Hey, what's good, OH.Report fans and family, and thanks for stopping by for a very special conversation with one of the most legendary athletes the state of Ohio has ever seen. Joining me right here and now is the two-time State Player of the Year in girls soccer, who was also named Miss Soccer for the Buckeye State in 2020 after setting a new career assist record for the state en route to an undefeated state championship season. It's the Gatorade Player of the Year for Ohio, on the call with us from the University of Tennesse, where she's now a big, bad, true freshman for the Volunteers. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Taylor Huff.
Woo! Thanks, Brian.
Hey, what's up? Glad to have you. How you adjusting to that college life so far? I understand it's been kind of wild for you about this last week.
Yeah, it's been wild. I moved in June 26th, and then I flew down to Florida for my USCA Nationals, and then flew back this past Monday, and now I'm back for good, getting ready for the season and getting ready to train and put in the work. So I'm really excited about the opportunities to come.
We'll talk about your international competition and what you're about to do at the college level here in just a minute, but like that intro that I just gave you, I mean, you accomplished a lot in your high school career, and what the words that I use, that's only about like half of your major accomplishments. Is it weird to you to reflect at all on all that you achieved at the high school level as an athlete? I would say certainly making the Mount Rushmore of all-time Ohio soccer greats, or has it kind of sunk in a little bit that it was just a small part of a big journey for you?
I think it's sunk in a little bit. It's definitely a small part, like you said, but it's obviously an honor to get all those awards, but that's not the end of it. And I think I know that. I have to keep pushing that those awards that I got in high school won't do it in college. I have to continue to work even harder because, like I was saying before, the awards don't really show anything when you get to college. You have to keep working. You have to prove yourself even more. So for me, that's just gonna motivate me and push me more because I need to work even harder to hopefully get to college and even play.
And that's kind of what you've always done. You've done way more beyond just playing at the high school level. You've been competing on an international soccer club team. And I understand you were just telling me before we got on video here that you were this close to winning a national championship. Fill the folks in that are watching now about the competition that you just competed in and how close you actually got to obtaining that national title.
Yeah, so we were there for a whole week. We stayed in South Venice, Florida, and we got to play. So the first day we played, and we won 3-0, and then we played Thursday, and then we got a break on Friday to recuperate, kinda, and we won the first two games. And then the third game, we were down 2-1 with 5 minutes left, and one of our girls scored off a header, and that took us to PKs. We won in PKs, so we went to compete for the national title, and we were so close. We were trailing the whole game, but we came back, and it was 3-2 with 5 minutes left. We ended up scoring, but they called it back. It was a foul that the ref thought it was a foul, but we obviously didn't think it was. But it was unfortunate. We just needed a little bit more time to score, and if we would have played them again, I know we would have won, but it was just unfortunate. But I couldn't be more proud to have said that my last club game was in the national finals. Obviously, it would have been amazing to win it, but I mean, I couldn't be more proud to play for internationals and just everything that they've done for me to get me to this point.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure a really cool experience for you going out with a bang in your last international soccer club competition there. And do you also compete with Team USA Soccer? Is that correct?
Yeah, so right now we're not allowed to do camps, I guess. So I had a virtual call back in May where they just kind of explained everything with COVID and how they're going to be doing things. And then we should be getting a call back here soon to see where they're at in that. So I'm definitely in the pool. There's 45 girls in the pool, so I'm in that realm.
Tell me, how did you get identified by US Soccer to be recruited as a player that they want to compete at the international level someday?
So you don't actually know how you got recruited. You just have to play every single day. Every single time you're getting seen, you have to just show yourself. So every time I'm going to national events, I have to prove myself. There's always scouts everywhere you go. So you just have to make sure that you're putting in the work and you're not taking plays off. You're not doing different things. So that's how you're going to get seen in the end. I would just say the biggest thing for me is I play for internationals, so our club competes at the highest level, which is where all the scouts are, all the college coaches are. So internationals has definitely helped me get to that point to where I could be getting exposure to that.
So it sounds like pretty much every time you take the field, you're trying to impress somebody, at least at the national level. Someone's always keeping an eye and knowing where Taylor Huff is. What's the next step or two in the process, though, for you to playing with Team USA at the top level of competition, such as the Olympics or like a World Cup?
Yeah, so it's just, again, them seeing me at the right place at the right time, proving myself day in and day out. And then it just has to be the right place at the right time for the right team. You can sometimes go into camps and it's not the right chemistry, so they switch you in and out. So it just depends. And I think next year is when they go to the World Cup for the U20s. So I'm definitely going to try to make that. But in the end, that's my goal. So I'm just going to keep pushing and keep working hard.
And from what you've seen, competing against some of the best players in the world at your age range with a little bit more development, getting to compete at the collegiate level, do you feel like you are in line to one day represent the red, white, and blue?
Yeah, it's just about improving your game. So how can I do it? How can I improve that little inch each day that will ultimately make me compete with one of the best people? So it's just finding what in my game that I can improve on, and that's what I'm trying to do every day.
Well, there's still plenty of time for you to make that dream come true, of course. Still just a baby in the soccer game, got lots of time to develop. But let's talk about the here and now for you at the University of Tennesse, where you are today, just getting back on campus. How are you liking the Southern hospitality and the atmosphere in Knoxville so far?
Well, I love it. Everyone thinks I have the accent, which is very different. I'm like, you guys have the accent, not me, but no, the people are so nice. It's just an amazing atmosphere. They all are there for the same reason. They want to help improve you or help you in any way they can. So the people have been great. They've been so welcoming with all my questions that I've had, whether that be with food, nutrition, soccer, what to do, where to be, everything. Everyone's just so sweet and so nice. Today I was recovering, so I haven't did an actual workout with a strength and conditioning coach yet. So I did ice tubs today. We went from ice to heat, and we did that back and forth. So that was what I did today. And then I'm also doing a class nutrition. So I'm taking a summer class. So that's what I've been doing, but I'm getting used to it more so now in the next week or so.
I love that the locals there feel like you are the one with the accent. Do you anticipate over time, do you think that you'll start picking up some of that Southern draw and fit into your environment?
I don't know. I kind of hope I have an accent. I don't know.
From what you've seen of the food selection down there, what's kind of a go-to snack or something that would be breaking diet just a little bit that you've been tempted with?
Oh gosh, they don't really have desserts.
What?
They have, I'm not really a dessert type of person, but not that I saw, they haven't had dessert. I go to Smokies, which is in the athletics department, so they have an actual restaurant that we eat at, together, and so I go there, and they have so many options every single day. It's so much to choose from. So, yesterday for breakfast, I had so much food, probably the most food for breakfast I've ever ate. I had fruit, eggs, bacon, biscuits, and gravy. I had a bunch of different stuff. And then we went back for lunch, and they had a whole hibachi made for us and everything. So that's crazy. And then today they had mahi-mahi. So I ate that. It was really, really good. So there's just so many options to choose from. But dessert-wise, I'll probably be getting chocolate ice cream for my room because that is my favorite. And it keeps me going.
Nice. I've certainly talked to a lot of athletes that when they get to the collegiate level, that's one thing that really surprises them is how many meals that you're required to eat per day. I know I've talked to a lot of football players where in between meals even, they're get your protein shake, get your protein shake. So I'm sure that you'll adjust just fine to that, the added nutrition. What would you say that you're most excited about, though, and also maybe most nervous about with the new life experience freshman year of college, being out on your own for the first time?
I would say I'm most excited to like meet the girls and get in the get to meet the team and like getting to play with them and like training. So I'm really excited for the environment that has to come and the family and community that brings. And the thing I'm most nervous about is probably just like being out on my own. And like without my family, it's definitely different. And like I'm 6.5 hours away, so that's just bringing new change and like getting used to it. But I'm like, I guess I'm not really nervous about that part, but like it's just change for me.
So you're training and you're working out a little bit right now. When does college practice officially begin for you guys?
So preseason will be August 1st. We start.
So you still got a couple of weeks to kind of settle in there to your environment. And, I was doing a little bit of reading before we hopped on here, and I seen that under Coach Brian Skowronski, Lady Vols just posted their 5th straight winning season. So the program, things are rolling a little bit right now. From what you've been told by him or maybe some of the other coaching staff, how much is the team going to be relying on you as a freshman to step on the field right away and help keep those good times rolling?
We'll see if he sees me playing the first year, but I know that he definitely has a bunch of people coming back too. So definitely great leaders and people that I can help to push me to be a better player too. So I'm just going to be competing day in and day out, and hopefully I get that starting spot. But if not, it's just going to be a use for me to motivate myself and to try to work for that position.
And I clicked on your player profile, and it said that you were representing your hometown from Lucas, Ohio. Is that where the Huffs identify as like where you're from?
Well, I mean, my mom and I went back and forth with this, and I don't know if I'm changing it or not, but like I live in Lucas, and that's what they asked for, so that's the only reason I put it. So, I mean, I represent Mansfield for sure.
All right, and I know that we always are repping you out here too, Taylor. Anytime I get a chance to let people know, what some of the best things we have going on in Mansfield, Ohio, we definitely talk about our girl who won the Gatorade Player of the Year here in the state. So certainly looking forward to watching you play this upcoming year. I saw on the schedule that you're kicking off against Alabama, SEC team right out the gate. Fun one. Mm-hmm. Where can fans here in Ohio, how can they tune in and watch you play this season?
Through SEC Network, they stream a lot of the games. You go to the ESPN website, and then you just click on soccer, and then it's SEC Network. So hopefully a lot of that is on there. I know I watched a bunch of games last year on there, so it should be.
I, for one, I'm going to be changing my TV provider so I can follow your journey on SEC Network. You're so humble. I already know you're going to get in the mix. You're going to be a big-time player and do some big things. And I think I speak for everyone here at OH.Report in all of North Central Ohio when I say how proud we truly are to watch you blossom into an awesome human being and a player. So best of luck down there in Knoxville this fall, and make sure to stay in touch. We'll try to keep up with you as much as we can.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much.
All right, we appreciate you too. So thanks for joining me, and go get you some of that chocolate ice cream or whatever meal they throw at you, Taylor. It's all for the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, Taylor Huff, freshman at the University of Tennesse, starting her college career after dominating at the high school level. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. See ya.